Hey everybody, how y'all doing? Oh, my neck is sore. It hurts looking up like that to make adjustments. Welcome to the Weather Command Center here in Southwest Ohio, and waiting for some more people. But I'll show you guys what we're seeing. This is the storm right here that Nathan's looking at. It's the one we've been chasing for hours. Had really tight rotation, was torr warned, but right now it's not warned for anything but flash flood. But every now and then he sees a wall cloud up here, right in that area right there. He's seen a wall cloud a little bit ago, but then it faded away. So Jane, Moon, let's see, Bearcat, Abyss, Mama, Big Boss now, hey buddy, and everybody else that's already scrolled up my screen. Yeah, Nathan's way down here right now. Eagle Motorsports, I like that. Oh, he's got a little something coming on over here. I think that's Scud. I don't see a wall cloud right there. I think that's Scud, but does look like it's trying to rotate in the updraft. Hey, Cat. Oh, goodness. So, let's get back over here to the main. I'm going to give you an update on... as you can see on the ticker there at the bottom, Tropical Storm Brett. It's about as strong as it's forecasted to get at 65 mile per hour winds. Pressure did drop down to 1,000. That's weak for a tropical storm. It doesn't look very organized to me. It's moving west at 15 mile per hour. It's going to hit the islands down there and continue to go west. Yeah, it's got to get up to 74 mile per hour before it's Cat 1, and it's not forecasted to do that. Matter of fact, after it passes the islands, look like it's going to weaken. It's starting to go over, when it passes the islands, it's going to start to run in some wind shear. A microfiber recliner. So... yeah, not a whole lot happening, man. It before it merged with another storm. This thing was looking real good. Then it hit one of the mountains and kind of weakened a little bit, and then she started re-strengthening as it come off the mountains way back over here, and then it actually it was up here. But then more cells bloom up around it and merged right in it. Hey, thanks for that Prime sub. Appreciate that. So, while we're waiting for something to do something. By the way, there's been a crap ton of Tor R's down there in Colorado, but I tell you what, like I was telling Nathan a little bit ago, let's come over here to the studio a minute. And like I was telling Nathan, every time I looked at the stuff down there, as far as chaseable storms that are producing tornadoes, it was crap. I'm sure somebody got real close and probably got something, but a lot of it was rain wrapped, and I'm glad Nathan didn't go down there, to tell you the truth. So anything rotatable or all land spouts down there in Colorado, they were actual tornadoes. Never seen anything up here. I mean, I did see some dropout in correlation coefficient, and a couple of times when this one was torr warned, but it probably hit some trees or something as it was going up the mountains. And did that a couple different times, and then when it come off that last mountain, it just never reorganized. Yeah, I hope he does, Kat. 8 reports already down there. Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that. I've seen some video out of Clearwater and or Colorado Springs, and they're flooding really bad down there. There was a tour down there as well. So anyway, I can go ahead and show you the latest and greatest. The 8 o'clock update didn't change at all on Brett. Here you can see 65 mile per hour, 1,000 millibars, moving west at 15. And I tell you something, if you noticed it in my last 3 broadcasts, it started out, it was moving 21 mile per hour, right? It was like 40 mile per hour winds, and it was 1,008 millibars. Well, then it went down to 1,006 millibars, and the speed slowed down and to 18 mile per hour instead of 21. The stronger it gets, the more it's slowing down, and that's kind of typical. Well, I just got a new screen update. That was weird. This is the latest. A lot of times I get the information early. If you look on the bottom left, this is 7:55. Actually, I got this almost 20 minutes ago on the update, even though it's not supposed to update until another 5 minutes. Or no, that was 25 minutes ago when this screen updated. Anyway, here's 93L. This thing has got a really good chance of turning into a depression, and then from there get a name. 80% chance in the next 2 days, with 90% in the next 7. So, and it's going to be going more northwest. So, but let's go to Brett, and I'll show you the. Let's go to the warnings first. Well, I'll show you the warnings here in a minute on another page. So here is the forecast cone. As you can see, she's pretty much going due west. Let me get the other screen up. Well, that's the reason why you come here, Bearcat. Let me get the Zoom Earth up here so I can zoom in where the watches and warnings are. Barbados, this yellow, all the yellows are watches. The blue here is a warning. So watches in the Grenadines, St. Vincent, Barbados, up here at Dominica, and then Martinique and St. Lucia is in a warning. Tropical storm warning. They're going to get nailed. And I'm seeing right there 60 mile per hour winds. So this is when it's forecasted to start weakening after it hits those islands. 65 mile per hour before that. And as you can see here in the chart, it's not going to be a hurricane. It's still going to cause a lot of flooding in these islands, which are mountainous islands. And then it's going to continue to go on. Now, this as far as this goes out. As of now, let me get the tropical tidbits up. Whoops. I clicked on the wrong thing. Get back over here. My hands are shaking the last several days. So anyway, here's what Brett looks like right now. There is a center of circulation there, but it's a bit disfuzzled. It's not able to get stronger. And then 93L looks even worse for right now. And I think a lot of that is 93L is following right in the footprints of Brett. So, but it does have a real nice center of circulation on it. It's just not very strong storms, but it does have some outflow in the upper layers, some nice inflow at the lower layers. So she's trying. She's trying. Once it gets away from the path that Brett took, I think she'll get stronger. By the way, speaking of stronger, this is for 93L. Only 2 models have this thing, actually 3 models. This one's real wacky. I don't know why the HWFI is taking it clear up to Cat 2. I don't see that in the model runs. Even these 2 over here, the DS and the TV, saying Cat 1. I don't think it's going to get that strong. Most of the models, if you look here at all the ensembles, most of the models has it staying as a tropical storm. Okay, so let's go back to Brett. I don't know why it went to that page. What the heck did it go there for? So anyway, here's Brett, and this is what the models are saying on it. Like I said, once it passes those islands, she's going downhill. Only one model, which is a Canadian model, has it stay in a tropical storm for very long, over the next 168 hours. So let's go satellite imagery first. Atlantic. Let's go Central Atlantic. Well, no, that's not the one I want. I want to go Atlantic wide. Here we go. Here's this one coming off of Africa, man. This thing's looking pretty healthy. It's not showing up in the observations as of yet, but I think by tomorrow they'll start looking at this one. Let me freeze this and zoom in on it. Look how much stronger this one is than 93L. Or even Brett. This is Brett. So this is going to be interesting to follow this third one. And then when I look at the forecast models, let's first off, let's go Western Atlantic. Let's look at the vorticity or the spin in the atmosphere at 5,000 feet. So this is Brett. And watch what Brett does. I'll show you what it should look like if it's a possible hurricane here in a little bit, if the models still show it. But you can see she really weakens out. Here comes 93L over here. And she goes that direction. But notice what Brett does. Brett comes over here and dies out right around Central America as some other stuff starting to pop up. 93L comes up here and dies as of right now. Brett's gone. It gets sucked into this one. But look clear over here to the left. And let me change that region to Eastern Pacific. And I'll zoom in on this. This looks more like the way a hurricane would look. This one down here, I'm not too sure about this one. This kind of comes and goes in the models. But you can see all the black lines, the isobars going around this one. Lines of equal pressure get really close together, and this thing is really broad in the spin. So this could be a hurricane there in the East Pacific. Look how she really tightens up right here. Look how close those black circles are around the center of it, and how tight that center and huge. If the GFS is right, that's going to be a hurricane, and it's going to go right up the coast and then die out when it. And the reason why is there's a lot cooler waters up here. So nothing's going to hit California except maybe bring some rain up there. Maybe even Arizona. So and Nathan's still muted. He's kind of looking around over here. Again, over here on the main screen. He's looking due north. And it's trying to get somewhat of a weird looking hook on the bottom. But when you look on the right hand side, it's more outflow winds. This green here. And I don't see any areas of circulation right in there. So, oh, I forgot to tell you guys, when I was working on, back over here in the studio, well, we're waiting to see if anything happens here. It's not looking like it, to tell you the truth. Nathan hates it when I tell him that. I tell the facts, man. I just tell the facts. Which I noticed when I was working on my BOD a couple nights ago. My face is a little bit red from being at the drag races. And my hands was really red. They're not so much now. From my knuckles back was actually raw on both hands. But the Indian in me won't blister. I don't have to worry about that. I haven't blistered since the 70s. So, and that was because I was in the ocean down there at Dana Beach in Florida. And no sunscreen. And being out in the ocean and the sun shining bright. I got blistered pretty bad on top of both shoulders, but nowhere else. But since then, I haven't been blistered at all. Thank goodness. So, any questions about the tropical weather or anything? We get some more action, and I'll be able to go, further in depth when I've got stuff to show you. So, Saturday looks juicy. I haven't even looked at Saturday. See, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Not for us. Oh, that's Monday's way too far out. That's a week away. I believe it when I see it, Bearcat. You know how Ohio is. Which, by the way, tomorrow's chase, I can go ahead and show you that over here on Monitor 6. This is our chase for tomorrow. I'll zoom in on it here. This tells me right here, and I haven't even looked at the models, but this pretty much tells me right here that on the SPC it's going to go linear. No chance it's going to hit Boston. You talking about 93L? It's going to get up there around the Bahamas and die out. That's what the models are showing. This is the day that day 3. This is the day that we should really get a decent chase right here. I'm really looking forward to day after tomorrow. It's only 15% probabilities, but I'm liking it a whole lot better than then, tomorrow. Yeah, right now it's just, to tell you the truth, guys, there's no reason to get too doggone excited about the stuff coming off of Africa, even though the waters are really, really warm out in the Atlantic. There is a lot of dry air to the north of it. But, yeah, day 4 is Omaha, Nebraska, and some over in Iowa. We could have some fun there, too. But this is the wrong time of year for... Yeah, I don't know, with all the rain that one dropped. I don't know. But it's the wrong time of year for the main development region, which is where Brett 93L and the one behind it is all forming. It's way too early in the year. You get like past the middle of July through October, then that'll really blow up if those waters stay warm out in the Atlantic. We'll have to just wait and see. But they're cool to talk about. And they're really cool to talk about and learn for prevention's sake. So when the stuff does start to come at us, you'll understand a whole lot more. So I hope you guys, continue to watch me with the tropical weather reports. And as far as I know right now, I'll probably do another one tomorrow night as well. just so we can keep an eye on 93L. But as of right now, there's a big high pressure system, what they call the Bermuda High, that sits out there in the Atlantic this time of year. And it's kind of weak, but it's strong enough it's going to help to curve 93L up to the northwest. But then there's a trough that's coming down, and it'll get gathered up in that trough, and so far it doesn't look like it's going to do anything. So cool, Laser. I want to try to get more and more people to watch. You may not be in any area where they're going to hit. It's unable to generate that sounding. But if you're talking about the tropical stuff, you're talking about the tropical stuff. I'm not going to bother doing too much on soundings. I do when I'm not streaming. Oh, tornadoes for us Monday. That's too far out, Bearcat. That's way too far out. When it comes to severe weather, I don't like going past day 3. I'll look at day 4 for a general area, but you can't go by the GFS for what we might get. GFS sucks. GFS will give you a general idea, but Ohio, things will change between now and then. When it gets in, like 3-day range, then I'll really start reporting on it. And that pretty much goes for east of the Mississippi right now. I mean, the GFS doesn't even do that good down the southeast.
Sorry, you get to be on the end of that. I couldn't hear anything. I try to keep it kind of calm.
Yeah, you can't copy links to soundings. They don't work.
Chill and relax. That's kind of my job.
So,
that's the best.
Yeah, you have to copy the whole thing.
What they need to realize is by them blowing up, they are fueling the fire and going to make it worse. By ignoring it and leave it be, they're actually taking the higher ground, and it will make the other person more mad. But yeah.
Just take a picture of it and put it on Discord. But I don't even bother doing soundings on GFS. It's so wacky, over-exaggerates. The GFS with tropical weather, I tell you guys all the time how it over-exaggerates.
All right, coming back in your live now.
And it's too far away for the Euro to show it. But those long-term models, they'll give you a general idea, but you got to wait until at least the NAM nest starts showing it before you believe it. I forgot to hit my record button. Twitch is recording it, but with my intro music, I'm gonna get another notice as soon as I quit streaming, even though it's not published. I got to download it and take the intro off and then re-upload it. So, yeah, no in Ohio. Although we do have a little bit of a chase season typically in this time of year in Ohio, and then we typically have one in the fall. Last year we didn't have squat, to tell you the truth. So Nathan's on the move again.
That storm you were just talking about, that line behind it just went severe warning.
Yeah, well, this is the line of storms that's behind the one north of him. There is a pocket of rotation back here. It's up here in this area. I really don't expect this to do anything because it's following right in the path of this one. Yeah, Bearcat. I was seeing that, man. It was, I don't know. Some of those might have been landspouts. They're still tornadoes, but. So anyway, folks, that's all I've got for tonight. Tell you the truth, I haven't been feeling well since I got done with my stream last night. I've been kind of struggling. I don't know what's going on, but yeah, back on the 15th, yeah. Oh, those were the ones up north. Yeah, there was up there by near Toledo got hit, over by Sandusky, Norwalk area got hit, and I think on over by Cleveland. Those are way north of me, though. So anyway, like I say, that's all I've got for tonight. There won't be another update for the tropical weather until 11 o'clock, but they are starting to do them like every 3 hours. So tomorrow, when I get up, I'll have an update for the 2 o'clock, then the 5 o'clock, the 8 o'clock, and then not again till 11 o'clock. There has been, by the way, there has been several, and I didn't have it up to show you. They're already gone now, but there was several flights out into Brett today. There was 3, and there's another one that's headed out there right now that will be giving update for the 11 o'clock update. That's a C-130 that's out there right now looking around. Before I go, let's take a look at that. See where they're at. It's over here on the main screen. This light blue line, that's the C-130 out there flying around. So you can see he's headed into the middle right now, where they think the middle is, and they'll crisscross it. That'll be the last flight of the night. So and they got more planned for tomorrow. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and knock it off and check on the grandson and make sure he gets something to eat. Sometimes he gets sidetracked. And I don't foresee anything good happening tonight. It's just not looking like it. I think it's going to get dark on Nathan before anything forms near him. So I'm going to go ahead and call it a night here. Thank y'all for being here. Thanks for the subs, bits. Any direct donations, in case you didn't know, there's how you can donate. You can scan that QR code or the other 2 links up there. Greatly appreciate it. And with that, we're going to say peace. Pop a top for me. We'll catch you on tomorrow night's broadcast. Y'all have a nice night.